I think the discourse which Philip Putzloff started and already Luboš and also Robert have talked about is an important one. Whether it is possible for left forces really to be straightforward, leaving a neoliberal discourse, setting up their own discourse. I would say that is possible only if there's some preconditions are fulfilled. And the major one is that most social democratic parties, left parties, had played their part in the neoliberal discourse in the past. They themselves said that politics can no longer really shape things. They can rather manage things, had a rather technocratic approach, and were not willing to challenge strong economic forces. And so the belief that left-wing policies can actually change things in a situation where a lot of people think their living conditions are rather deteriorating or at least getting worse for the younger generation. We don't have this this model we had in Western Europe in the 60s and 70s. There's growth, and there will be. When you talk about how this growth is distributed, we moved a lot away from that. So what I would think is, to a certain extent, we have to stay inside this discourse. I have no problem discussing that solidarity is also good for the economy. I think we have to go into the discourse about growth and then talk about what kind of growth do we want, how the wealth created in this growth is distributed. But at the same time, when we talk about these issues, what kind of growth, how the wealth is distributed, we have to be willing and able to confront strong economic interests. And that is the interest of large corporations, global corporations. So I think braveness in developing leftist visions is important. I will talk about that this afternoon, but it's not enough. If we do not gain back the trust of the people that we are really willing and able to change things, then a good vision won't be enough. So I think sometimes it's okay if you take what you have there, 20 years of neoliberal discourse, your own history with that, then you have to gradually grow out of this, but do it in a brave way when it comes to really confronting other interests. Then we come to a point where we can mobilize, because even trade unions, social movements, they are no longer in a position, I would say, to explain to the people, we have a vision and we will fulfill it. Trade unions were less and less able to do so. Some parts of Germany still yes, private sector, for example, some public sector in other countries as well, but not overall. There are more and more people without any collective bargaining agreements, for example. Social movements do not fulfill. In Germany, 80% of the people say they support the ideas of Occupy Wall Street or Occupy Frankfurt, or the ECB and the Frankfurt banks. And nobody goes there to the demonstrations because they don't think that it really changes anything. So I think there is no force now that is trusted by the people to change things for the better. And that is what we have to, we have to regain the trust of the people first before we can really start changing the discourse fundamentally.